Remus has a couple new bottles out, and we've got them to review for you today. So we've got the Remus Repeal Batch 7.
And we've got the Remus Highest Rye Bourbon.
Sounds good. Hi friends, I'm Laura, he's Troy, we're Baker Drinks, and we're here for a double review of Remus bottles. So first we'll start with the Remus Repeal 7. The Batch 5 was a huge hit for people, and then Batch 6, I think people were, oh gosh, just not pouring that right. Batch 6, some people were a little disappointed with it, comparing it to Batch 5 because it was younger.
We never saw the Batch 6 last year, so we don't have a chance. We're just going based off of what everybody said.
Yeah.
But we really like the 5.
This smells good. I spilt a decent amount here, so I'm getting nice oaky smells here. So I'm going to read the stats on it, and oh my gosh, there's just
while you're reading
whiskey everywhere.
I'll roll your glass. I don't want another accident.
Okay, so Remus Repeal Reserve. Straight bourbon whiskey. It's 100 proof or 50% alcohol. This is Batch 7 or 2023 medley of 6% 2007 bourbon, 21% rye, 26% 2013 bourbon, 21% rye, 21% 2014 bourbon, 21% rye, 26% 2013 bourbon, 36% rye, and 21% 2014 bourbon, 36% rye. So most of it is 9 and 10 years old. A little bit, 6% is a little bit older.
Like 15, 16, somewhere in there. It's math, sorry. They should have put the ages on there instead of the year of distillation.
Yeah, because that is
they threw a curveball at us.
Well, and I mean, was it in December of that? When was it taken out of the barrel?
Yep.
It doesn't say that thing, so you just assume that it came out of the barrel in 2023 based on their mixing.
So Remus is the bourbon brand from Ross and Squib. It smells like bourbon.
It does. There's a lot of oak.
It smells like good
caramel. There's a little bit of like cherry in there.
Maybe like a little like a cherry cough drop.
Yeah, I was going more like a candy that's flavored cherry, but I think those are similar type of notes.
Those Luden's cough drops, they're kind of...
You see, I'm not getting the medicine
kind of waxy candy. They're more candy than medicine.
Okay, maybe I just haven't had one of those cough drops in a long time. I think we usually had Halls. So,
your parents hated you.
Those are really gross. So when I hear cough drop, that's what I think of, and it's not like that at all.
This smells really good. I'm going to have a sip.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I almost did it without you.
It doesn't taste young.
No.
There's definitely a lot of oak influence on that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't taste like a crazy old, but you get the oak on this. It doesn't taste young.
Some oak tannins in there. I feel like that cherry flavor transferred from the nose to the palate. There's a dusty note on it.
I kind of get that with a lot of heavy oak type stuff a lot of times.
Yeah. So again, we didn't have Batch 6. We've only had the Batch 5 prior to this. And from the way I remember it, we really liked the 5, and this is very comparable to that.
I enjoy it a lot. I've got no complaints. Mm-hmm. It's pretty sweet. It's oaky. It's what you expect in a good bourbon. What was the price on this? Do you remember?
I paid $95 for that in Oregon. So that's tax-free out the door.
Yeah, that's probably a lot cheaper than we would find in our state.
Yeah, I was not expecting to see that when I went in the store, and it was 3 deep on the shelf. And I grabbed it, and the lady's like, oh, those have been sitting there for a few days. So I'm guessing no one else saw them, or people are gun shy after the Batch 6.
that could be it.
This is fantastic. I like this a lot.
Yeah, solid. I wish these kind of things were easier to find. They probably are in some areas. I feel like Remus in general is not big in our area. Even the cheap Remus, like the base model, we can find it, but it's not like at every liquor store.
I've started to see some of the Remus single barrels hitting the shelves locally in the past few months. And then, we'll talk about this guy here in a minute, but this is another brand new offering from them that I'm starting to see hit the shelves as well. But as far as this one goes right now, it's a classic looking bottle. It's got some beautiful designs on it. It's got that like the Prohibition era artwork on there. I feel like it's like a nod to the Gatsby era, and they do have another bottle.
Which is probably why they have the Gatsby, but hopefully that's focusing so you can see it.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're able to see this guy right here in that $100 range and you've got the money, I would say it's worth the money.
Generally, Remus is not our go-to flavor, but I like this one a lot. It definitely is heavy oak, I would say.
Yeah.
But sweet, very sweet.
And that's that 15, 16-year-old MGP juice in there, I'm assuming.
Ooh, a bigger sip was even better.
Yeah, I'm going to save a little bit of mine to compare to this guy. I'm going to reach down here and grab a couple glasses.
You said that after I took my sip, so I will compare off of his glass.
I will share with you.
How sweet.
Okay, so this one right here, this is aged 6 years, and it is called the Highest Rye. It is 51% corn, 39% rye, 10% malted rye.
Okay, so very high rye.
49% of this is rye.
Okay.
And it is from Ross and Squib. It is 54.5% or 109 proof.
Do you remember the price on this one? I know, I'm just quizzing you.
I want to say this one was about $55.
Okay, so...
And I'm going to try not to spill all over the...
Like I did?
Yeah.
So this one, the price point, obviously, is way better than the Remus VII. It's not as old, so only 6 years old. It is a higher proof point, though, which I find companies like to do with the not as old stuff. Add a little bit of extra proof. Give it a little extra something because of that. So this one, did you say the proof?
Yeah.
You did. 54.5 or 109.
I've not seen a lot of reviews out there on this one, so I don't know how many people have had it and talked about it. And maybe everybody and we're late to the game. I don't know. Anyways, cheers.
Almost skipped you that time. Well, that smells way different.
Oh, wow.
Okay, for it being 49% rye, I was expecting more of that, like mint and herbal and that kind of stuff. Oh, I like that a lot.
It's like a boo rye almost.
Yeah, I would say it's more like that. It's got the bourbon is definitely the stronger note in this. That 2% extra corn versus
you don't want to get your nose in there too deep because that rye is going to jump up and smack you.
Yeah, there is not so much. I'm not getting so much like mint, but I'm getting on some ryes. I wonder if it's the malted ryes that does it. I have trouble putting to words what the note is. A lot of times I just say this smells savory.
And would you venture to say umami?
Stop. And as that doesn't necessarily sound like a good note, it's kind of what I pick up and makes me think this is rye. So I am getting that kind of a note on the nose where it's like, actually there's like some tobacco in there now too.
Yeah, I got a little tobacco, but also like when I went real deep in there, I almost got like that that chalky pink bubble gum. Very subtle though. It's not like a predominant note. It's something that I pulled out of there, and I may have just been imagining it.
Yeah, I'm not picking it up, but there's not a lot of whiskeys that I do pick that up on. So, I mean, it could be there, and I'm just not picking it up. It has to be like a real strong note.
I like this a lot. I'm going to get us a backup of this bottle. At that price, it's really, really good.
So it's sweet, and it's savory, and it's spicy, I would say. That is amazing.
So the nose on that is definitely
fruitier.
A little fruitier. It's more pleasant. This guy, like I said, it's got that ethanol burn to the nostrils.
Well, it's got 9 extra proof.
Yeah, but I think it's got to be all that rye. But this one, here, do it yourself.
They're not good to nose next to each other.
So the nose on this one is definitely sweeter, fruitier, less ethanol burn. And it's 9 proof points lower. I would not expect that to be that significant. Here.
I can't believe how sweet this one is going after that. Wow.
I like the spice on this guy, I think, a little more than that one.
If I were to pick one bottle, I think I would pick that one as well.
On value, flavor, spiciness, if you had $100 in your pocket and you can only buy one, I would say buy this guy.
And save the $50 for something else.
Save the $45, $50 for something else. I feel like that's a better bottle, but it's not $45, $50 better. This one is fantastic. If you see it, do not sleep on it.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like this one, a lot of times we like the more unique, the more punch you in the face, like... What word am I looking for?
I don't know. I'm waiting like they are.
Something that like leaves an impression. And I feel like the Remus Straight Bourbon Whiskey Highest Rye leaves an impression. I think it's fantastic.
I still feel those pins and needles on my tongue.
And the flavors lingering around.
Yeah.
I've got nothing but good things to say about that.
Yeah.
This one, good bottle. Not upset about it. Will we ever get a backup? No.
No, but we'll probably look for Remus VIII when it comes out next year.
Yeah, if we get lucky and see it, we'd probably get it. But
sure.
That I could see. It's supposed to be like a normal bottle.
It's going to be a shelfer, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that one being one that we drink and replace, and we don't feel bad about the price. That's probably going to make it into our normal rotation.
Absolutely.
I like it a lot. So, thank you for watching. I hope it helps you make a decision.
I hope you're able to find it.
And you're able to find it. It's very good. Spicy, though. You definitely have to like high rye flavor. But we do. So
I mean, it don't taste like a rye. Maybe like a boer rye, but it has got rye spice. You're gonna feel that needling on your tongue.
Yeah.
For sure.
And the smell is not like a sweet bourbon.
No.
It's got that savory note that I will eventually figure out how to word that, but that's what I got. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Let us know if you like this kind of content where we do multiple bottles at once, and cheers. See you again soon.